morning, everybody, and welcome to Thursday, October 17th. It's the day before OPEX, and you survived both the full moon last night and you survived VIX-piration, the VIX expiration yesterday. So celebrate and have a nice little Tim Walsh dance. And get used to it, because today I have nothing to do but entertain you. We have done pretty much nothing, and I got to pull that up. I'm pulling it up. These are things that take a little bit of time, but you know, you get old. But here you go. This is your week to date SPX. Started out down here, way down here. Is this week to date? No, that's including Friday. I apologize. I am wrong. Here is your week to date, having started the week out at 29.81, which is the reason why you have the alert there in your spread room, which is providing a better than 200% return. But yesterday down here, 58.04 on Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and the nice little grind up, just slowly grinding up, and then big spike up to that 58.45, and right on back down underneath it. So, yep, 58.45, you sat there, you waited for it, and, you know, it took forever to do it, but you did wind up getting it. So, bring you on here, onto the sheets again. Here you are. Nothing burger, nothing, 58.71, 58.05, nothing burger kind of day, nothing over on the QQQ, even worse. Closed down 27 cents, closed up 6 cents, absolutely nothing. But you did get a nice little pressure move down there onto that 487, and then I bring you on to the Russell 2000, the IWM, and the RUT, which is the new. It's the new thing to get done, and I appreciate and understand why, because when you not here, I'll get over that in a second. When you see returns like that being done in a day, and this is done with not one, but 400 contracts on the Russell 2000 at 250, which is a 100% return, and having done an SPX PCS, a put credit spread, because we were looking for 58.45, 197 grand, and everybody now wants to be into that zone. Oh, here we go, and this is a guy who's in college doing this. And everybody wants to know, how do you do it? How do you get into it? How do you get into it? And these are the kind of, mentalities that are going in.
How much did you pay for your first house?
$4.
What year was this?
Y'all retired or something?
You don't get to a nearly $200,000 profit day by being a retard. You grind your way up, and when I say grind, you put in the work, you put in the effort, you get blood on your knuckles because your skin has gone raw. Put in the work, put in the effort, and it's there for you. Anyway, here today, ECB deposit rate, the interest rate decision, which they are expecting a cut in the European Union. Early this morning, 8:15, you've got jobless claims, core retail sales. Then you come down, you've got your industrial production, means nothing anymore because we don't make anything. We buy everything from overseas. The EIA inventory, which only matters if you're trading crude oil. And then we've got the 4-week bill auction at 11:30. After the close, you've got the overall net capital flows and the tick long-term transactions after the market closes. And after the market closes, we've got Netflix. Now, I can get into the charts. Gotta get off that and make sure I know where I am. Okay, now I see where I am. So here we go. On to DIA. DIA looking wider term again on that unbreakable 418. Nice little dip there into Wednesday, going down below that 427.62. And here we are right back up, pushing again onto that 431.76. Netflix is not in the Dow Jones, not yet. QQQ. Nice hard core pressure onto that 487. And right back up, floating up, barely getting touched to that 492 that I mentioned yesterday, and a little bit of a roll down again. Netflix, not as big as it used to be because of Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Meta having, taken a little bit of its percentage as far as weight goes, but Netflix will be reporting, and this 487 will be of great significance on the QQQ after the Netflix report. Come over here onto the IWM, and oh my God, Tim, how did you know? How did you know? How did you know on the Russell? How did you know? Well, I know only because I'm using, having watched this day in, day out on the IWM for years and years and years, and months and months and months, and weeks and weeks and weeks, and days and days and days, and hours and hours and hours, and
Donald Trump and
Democrats voted.
Donald Trump, 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 and Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
President Biden had a fundraiser debate stage.
Let's go back to
oil
Donald
profits.
Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
Nice little segue there. But yeah, we come into here, and we've got a little gap. We've got a little gap over on the IWM. I didn't draw that on my chart. I will now, and it is there. A little bit of a gap to go get filled, and coming on to the wider, well, I'll extend this out a couple more years just so it's there. Coming on to the wider view of the Russell, I have it somewhere, so I'll just wait until I get to that. The VIX. Like I said, you could chart it. It might look, it may look, it kind of looks. This is what it kind of sits like. Hit that 2102 yesterday, and immediately from 2102 said, go and fuck yourself. Bang. Back under that low from over here on Monday, Tuesday morning, and we are starting to fill that gap over here to 1921. With 1912 sitting there waiting, and obviously much lower lows to be tested at 1845, and not quite yet completely oversold, but very aggressive move to the downside on the VIX yesterday because of that grind up that you had. Come over on to NVIDIA. NVIDIA has gapped up. I am looking at NVIDIA right now at 139.26. So this is going to be duplicated and moved up here because we are now looking at NVIDIA at 139.26. As of this moment is the gap up overnight. Not much to say about NVIDIA. Tesla, getting nothing out of Tesla. Boom, boom, boom. Over here on JP Morgan, 221.51 has just become fucking impossible to break. So that's what you're dealing with over there on that. So I will restore these, drop that down, bring you onto my main screen. Here are your futures. Futures are pointing up. Futures are into overbought big time, and it's only 4 o'clock in the morning. Big overbought over here on your futures, this being the Dow, the NQ, the ES, and the Russell 2000, which I will get to in a minute as well. Having posted a higher high here as of now, looking for this 2316.90, which is about 5.5, call it 6 points higher on the RTY. So the Russell 2000 should be attempting a touch over there onto 2300. So come over here onto, well, first, I'll zoom over here real quick. Here are your 1 hour indexes. The NDX, crap. SPX or Dow Jones, absolute crap. Here is your Russell 2000, and as you can clearly see, this absolutely disgusting sell divergence that you have on the 1 hour, but we'll go on to the 4 hour, and the 4 hour as well, coming over here and looking at it and saying, holy shit. So anyway, yeah, here with the Russell 2000 chart being up in front of your face at the moment, yeah, 2303, I could see that as a very strong possibility that you wind up hitting that today, this being an ABC. So I don't have really too much else to discuss about that, except for that on the Russell 2000. Nope, not going to do that. I'll leave that restored. So I'm leaving you off here with Netflix. And what I've got here for you is my detailed Netflix chart. And all that you care about, if you can't see this, is you are looking at the red line being the 50-day moving average, the yellow line being the 200-day moving average. Having come off of the sell down in 2021 and declining a little bit better than, I believe it was 80%, if I'm correct, 80 or 79, some shit like that, very similar to Meta. From 162.71 back in the summer of 2022, straight the fuck up with gaps galore that are way too low to even consider. But as you look over here on your 50-day moving average, you can see a couple of times where you have broken it. And we are just now about, and I'll zoom in, embarking on touching it. But then your 200-day moving average being over here, and you can see here, untouchable. Ever since you come back to when Israel invaded Gaza, or just prior to their invasion, and the big gap up from earnings, nothing ever even attempting to touch that 200-day moving average, which is down here at 625 at the moment. But this is what I kind of wanted to zoom in for and show you, because charts are charts until they're not. Oh no, what did you do? Well, I just fucked this up, I believe. No, I didn't. I gotta zoom out. There we go. There's my line. So here we go. Coming off of your move here in August when you pierced 700 for the first time. You stuck it in, you pulled it out. You kept trying to go back in, and they closed that door and said, no, that hurts. Overbought to hell. And ever since that, this absolutely disgusting sell divergence, as this just continues to float and grind on up, as you have returned here back to 700 at the moment, heading into earnings. I am not a Netflix guy. I apologize. I don't watch Netflix, meaning I am not a Netflix guy. I don't watch TV. I am not an earnings trade advocate. That's what I meant to say. I am not a person who says, yeah, let's get into a trade for after earnings and hope and pray and see that earnings work out our way. Same thing, kind of like what was happening yesterday, which I'll get to in a minute. But your 50-day moving average right here at 689, 666 is the big mama. Under 666, your first Fibonacci at 643, and the 2022 open where you supported as you drop down here into the massive sell-off into August, right down there at 605. Up above, I got nothing up above for you, so I'll just go ahead and throw shit on the wall. 1,000. There. That's what you got onto the upside. So that's pretty much all you got, and the good thing that you should really consider right now is coming back onto my main screen. Where are we? Here we are. With today being what it is, you have your SPX weekly candle 58.2981. Should you choose to embark on this journey on the red weekly candle, having had 5 green weeks in a row, not expecting to get a 6th green week in a row, you are looking at buying the Friday, October 18th weekly, not the AM, 58.35 calls, and selling the Friday, October 18th weekly 58.30 calls. You're getting anywhere from $3.30 to $3.50, possibly $4, which I doubt you will get unless we get a move above 58.45. But that's your credit. That's your credit going into that, and that's a pretty damn good trade, because you could be a lot worse off. Kind of like how Kamala Harris put her foot in her mouth, and now they're all trying to figure it out. So enjoy your day. Enjoy your Thursday. Catch you in the chat room.
So is Kamala doing okay?
Nope. She's down, Joe. I think they found out that she's retarded, and now we're basically fucked. Trump is killing us at the polls, so yes, we're going to lose Joe.
Damn it. Wait. What if I come back to run again?
As candidate?
Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way, Joe. The only person in this world who is even more retarded than Kamala Harris is basically you. So no, Joe,
on, man.
You're
Just
not going
give me
back
another
in.
shot.
Let's let it all play out. Okay, we'll talk later, Joe.
Okay.
Women looking fine up in here.